Knights at the Round Table, a round table discussion on speculative fiction books and film. Hi everybody, welcome to the next episode of Knights at the Round Table. Today we are discussing the 1987 sci-fi spoof Spaceballs. I'm sitting at the table with Marjolaine and with Eric, and I'd like to start with general impressions of the film. Eric?
I saw this before I saw Star Wars.
Must
have been 7, 6. It played on TV every year on TBS, where they would bleep out or change the swears. So I did not remember how much swearing there was. General impressions, rewatching it, it felt a little dated, but still a lot of fun.
Marjolaine?
I also didn't realize how sweary it was because I was watching it in French when I first watched it.
Oh, okay.
Because I grew up in a French household. And I probably watched it with my dad because that's the kind of movie he probably loved.
Yeah.
It's totally his type. And, it's okay, it's kind of dumb. Satire in general is always dumb. It's kind of the low-hanging fruit of comedy.
Oh, really? I would argue that point about satire, but yeah, this movie was kind of dumb. There were some things that were genuinely funny that made me laugh out loud that they ruined half a second later by bringing attention to it. Yeah, I'll go through some of the jokes that died that way for me. Yeah, so there's some very genuinely funny moments, but on the whole I'm like, this is not as good as Men in Tights.
Oh, goodness, no.
And
It's no Men in Tights, and it's no
Men
Young
in
Frankenstein.
Tights. Yeah.
But it's eons ahead of Dead and Loving It.
Sure.
Dracula, Dead and Loving It.
Oh,
His
God.
last movie was terrible. Absolutely
Oh.
terrible.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
It sucked, and not in the way vampire movies should.
I'm fine. It's fine.
You invited me to do a panel on Spaceballs.
No, I know. The movie was dumb enough, okay?
My puns aren't dumb. Puns are the highest form of humor.
Don't be ridiculous. That's sarcasm.
Okay, second highest form. Alright, jokes.
Jokes. Right, so my favorite joke from this movie that was immediately ruined was comb the desert. And so they get out their combs and are literally combing the desert. I'm like, that's pretty funny. And then they ruin it by saying, do you think we're being too literal? I'm like, oh, no, just let the joke stand. Oh, I hate you. It was funny. No, that's one of the standout funny moments. Also, if you can read this, you don't need glasses. At the end of the long, intro screen.
Yep.
That was it. Those were my funny moments. Oh,
I kind of like the meta joke when they get the VHS and they start playing
and
it.
they start playing it. When does this happen? Now. Can we go back? To when? To now. No, it's already happening. What? Now. Yes.
I think I was raised on this humor, so it might be a little funnier for me, because I remember watching it with my mom and my brother and laughing. Also, the amount of spoofs of other science fiction in this is from
Planet
Planet
of the Apes.
Star Trek.
Well, there goes the
Alien.
Alien.
Yes. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal.
The great thing about that is it's Lance Henriksen who was in Alien in that scene.
That
So
was-
when he says, "Oh no, not again,"
That's John Hurt.
John Hurt.
John Hurt. Sorry, whoa, Lance
Yes.
Henriksen was the robot.
Yes. Yeah.
My mistake. But it was John Hurt,
It was
and
John
he didn't
Hurt.
know he was going to do that. He arrived on set thinking he was like a quick cameo,
I mean,
and then they told him, "You're doing this." And he's like, "I should have asked for a salary."
God.
There's a lot about this movie that is unintentional, like him playing with the dolls. He was just doing that for fun, and the director was like, "That's awesome! Film him!"
God, maybe that's why it felt so weird.
Yeah.
This movie was weird to be weird.
Yeah.
Did you catch the Millennium Falcon?
No.
It was parked at the Space Diner.
Oh, was it? Oh, by that point, I think my eyes had glazed over.
Also, the shot of the escape pods
Yes.
was from Star Wars, loaned by George Lucas.
Oh, yeah.
George Lucas let them make this movie because he thought it was an amazing script on the condition that they never made any merchandise. Hence the merchandise jokes throughout the movie. Which become much funnier
When you know that.
And that they're spoofing Star Wars that had everything.
Yes.
Not only that, but the merchandise in the merchandise scene where like, we're merchandising the shit out of it. Half of it isn't actually Spaceballs. Like there's a Ninja Turtles comic that he shows and the Transformers one and a bunch of, yeah.
Transformers is another one that they made. Another.
Oh yeah, I was making fun of everything in the 80s.
Oh,
so
yeah.
much. It was so 80s. Oh my god.
I liked how, like, the Han Solo ripoff character was dressed as Indiana Jones. That made me smile.
And he was born in the galaxy of Ford.
And he was born in the galaxy of Ford, that's right. I also like the throwaway line, look, I know Prince Valium is a pill.
Yep.
Alright, movie. You can have that one.
John Candy's ears had to be operated by separate people at a distance, remote control, and he had to carry a 6-pound battery pack on his back
Good
Wow.
God!
in order for that to work.
Ay, yoy.
Originally, they were going to do a full face prosthetic for him, but Mel Brooks said, if I'm going to pay for John Candy, I want to see his face. Something along the lines of, I could have gotten an actor for half his...
Yes.
Yeah. So weird to
John
hear
Candy
Joan
was worth it,
Rivers.
though.
Yeah. He was... Well, he's usually my favorite character. But
Yeah, he was arguably one of the best things about him.
Bartholomew. This is definitely an absurd comedy. One of the funny things that, for someone who watches a lot of science fiction, the combing the desert scene, when they do that kind of awkward black joke, we found shit.
Oh, because they're combing with an afro comb.
Yes, but the actor, played Tuvok in Star Trek Voyager. He also played in one of the Star Trek movies, and recently he's played in The Orville.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he's been in a whole bunch of different spoofs and stuff like that.
I've heard the Orville is quite good.
I watched the first season. It was a little too him.
Okay, fair enough.
The Orville was brilliant if you cut out... Can't remember his name. The writer, director, main character.
Oh, Seth
MacFarlane.
MacFarlane.
He drives me up the wall.
Really?
It's like, funny joke, Seth MacFarlane. Funny joke. Poignant Star Trek reference. Seth MacFarlane. It's like he purposely goes out of his way to make himself look stupid. Which is ridiculous, because the man's brilliant.
Cool.
He's writing the entire show.
So about Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. Yes.
Not as brilliant as the Orville, I guess. I haven't seen it.
I've watched the first half season and I gave up.
I like that Rick Moranis was the big bad.
I like that he mimicked the actor of Darth Vader's voice and James Earl Jones.
Yes, simultaneously.
So the actor, the real actor of...
He's a British guy.
and he's got a really high-pitched voice. Totally not appropriate for big bad.
Although,
So whenever the mask went down, he sounded like James Earl Jones,
Yeah,
even with a
he
little bit of
dropped
a
it a
black
little.
accent.
yes, I was going to say, during the Schwartz fight, he got a particular accent that was not present in the rest of the movies. It just suddenly just showed up, and I can't remember what accent I thought it vaguely sounded.
Vaguely Jamaican?
Slightly, yeah, maybe from the Caribbean or something. It was weird, but it never showed up again, just during that fight.
Yeah. They're talking about making a sequel.
Yeah, I think Mel Brooks had said something along the lines of there'd been enough sci-fi now that he could...
There's been enough Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I don't know how well it would go. They would lose they wouldn't have most of the cast.
Yeah.
John Candy's dead. Rick Moranis is retired.
Yeah, he's not acting anymore.
Joan Rivers does not act as an actress anymore.
God, it was weird having her voice come out of the robot.
I know.
She started talking like, wait, is that Kathy Griffith? That can't be Kathy Griffith. And then I looked up like, oh no, it's Joan Rivers. Oh yeah, I knew that voice.
Everything about that character made me roll my eyes.
Yeah.
Except for the roller skates. That was funny.
Yeah, the roller skates was funny. Also, I don't know what Mel Brooks's obsession is with caretakers of virginity. I have no idea where that comes from.
It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, it was really weird.
And it's getting less and more awkward.
Yeah, it worked really well for some reason in Men in Tights with Brunhilde.
Yeah. But even then...
But I think maybe because she was like this very stern Germanic woman, I don't know why it worked better there than it did here.
I wish somehow they could have given the same name to Lone Star in the one they gave him in French, because I just think it's funnier.
Oh,
What
what
did
is
they
it
give
in
in French?
French?
Yup, Solo.
Yeah, they should have done that.
Shall we start over?
Well, actually with that,
Okay,
let's just plow on through.
So I think Mel Brooks is kind of a little bit the American equivalent for the time group and age group of Monty Python, in that they both have the out there comedies, and depending on which one you were raised with, your sense of humor tends towards it, and you're more forgiving. So I think I'm more forgiving to Spaceballs because I grew up on Spaceballs, Men in Tights,
Right.
all that stuff. While I didn't see Monty Python until I was in my 20s, and a lot of it I feel doesn't hold up.
Oh yeah, see, Monty Python and the Holy Grail holds up for me, but Eric the Viking did not, and I was raised on Monty Python.
But Eric the Viking wasn't Monty Python, was it?
I
thought it was
the
with
same-
people of Monty Python.
Yeah, John Cleese and Terry Jones. Like, it was pretty much Monty Python skits, but
Yeah.
in a movie that didn't work.
So this was my introduction to Star Wars.
Oh dear, really?
Yes.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
did
you
not.
said that right
I
at
saw
the
this at 5 to 7, and then I didn't see Star Wars till I was in my teens.
Okay.
So I didn't get some of the jokes until later.
Yeah.
Although I will always have a very fond part in my heart for I am your mother's father's ex-roommate's third cousin. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing. Which is what you're about to become. Which is a great line.
It is a great line, actually. Oh, in that stupidly long shot of
At the beginning?
At the beginning.
To be fair, that's a spoof of Star Trek and Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Because the first motion picture of Star Trek, I think it's twice as long as that, where they just go around the damn ship.
There was a face. Did anybody see the face on the ship as it's pulling away? I wasn't wearing my glasses at the time. I went and I grabbed them, and then the face was gone, so I couldn't tell. But it looked like a little bit like Alf, the alien who ate cats.
I did not see a face.
Oh, I need to find it. Yeah,
I know who
I
Alf
love the
is.
shape,
Yeah.
so I guess there could have been a
Yeah,
Oh,
it,
yeah.
was, it was kind of like on one of the jutty out parts.
It makes
there was a face.
complete sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So if anybody knows what that face is, let me know, because I'm like, what the? Grabbed my glasses, put them on, and then it was gone.
I like that it followed the aesthetic of Star Wars, which sort of looks like someone took a glue gun and a random bits of pieces and threw it on a piece of wood.
Yeah, yeah. That was a pretty impressive model.
Yeah.
For, like, the shark spaceship thing. Also, I loved, like, the pseudo-Jaws music as it was floating along.
We break for no
We
one.
break for no one.
The music was pretty good. It was one of the parts of the movie that I actually liked.
Yeah, the
liked,
music was
unironically.
surprisingly good. And it did a great job of spoofing other sci-fi.
Yeah, I
music.
also enjoyed that it used power ballads. That
Mhm.
felt appropriately 87-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first song is a Bon Jovi
Yeah.
from their most recent album at the time, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm on board. Not for anything else about the movie, not yet, but the music.
But the music, I'm here for the music. Yeah. I do think that the actress who played
The
Princess
Vespa?
Vespa, thank you, did
Kept
a
expecting
really good
motor joke.
did a really good job with what she was given.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hated her character though.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Well, she was a cliche of the time, I guess. Popular rich girl. It was late 80s, early 90s. That's what.
They literally
We had-
called her a Jewish princess.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh
a
no,
terrible
just
stereotype.
a
but
Jewish princess.
funny. She doesn't look
Look like
Jewish. Again,
It's not
John
funny.
Candy
That's not
delivers
funny.
it so
Yeah.
funny.
Oh.
Mel Brooks adds a lot of humor towards Jewish people, which I
Yes.
think is meant to be self-deprecating.
Yes.
Also, it wouldn't go as well for anybody else. I mean, he at
Oh
least,
yeah, absolutely not.
he's the only one who can get away with that kind of
Yes,
thing.
but I'm not
yes.
sure it's actually funny.
No.
That's
Yeah.
the point.
I
But I'm not
liked,
Jewish, so I can't really judge.
the Temple of the Druids, the Temple Reformed of the Druids. That made me smile a little.
I was expecting more druid jokes.
There should have been more Druid jokes.
Well, if we go by Druid, there was a
yeah.
lot of that. There was the nose. There was the.
Yeah, no, I meant like actual
actual
druids.
druid
Well, no, that
jokes.
wasn't the point.
No, I know.
But I was hoping that they would mix the two.
I agree, but
Celtic humor.
I love my mythology, so anytime you drag that in, I'm almost immediately more on board. Also, I think the reason why I didn't find Spaceballs as funny as, say, Men in Tights is because I am a bigger Robin Hood fan than I am a Star Wars fan.
Mm-hmm.
And so anytime somebody rips up Robin Hood, I think it's hilarious, because I'm like, you know what? Yeah, actually, because I know the story so intimately.
And they've come out with a spoof not too long ago. Didn't they?
It wasn't a spoof.
It wasn't?
Are you talking about the one with Taron Egerton?
Yeah, that wasn't
Yeah.
a spoof?
No. Well,
You're kidding me.
It wasn't supposed to be.
Oh my.
Yeah, so I enjoy Men in Tights a lot more. I'm pretty sure it's because of my Robin Hood bias, as opposed to like Star Wars I like. But I'm
Probably
not
why
in
my
love with
favorite
it.
is Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, because you like monster movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that has a lot to
You
do
need to add
with...
Frankenstein to the list. Boris Karloff.
This has a lot to do with sort of the difference between the two, I think, for me, enjoyment levels. I'm so certain that somebody who loves sci-fi 1,000 times more than I do will find Spaceballs way funnier than I did.
Well, I do like sci-fi more than you do, and I did find it funnier, but it still... It really, really didn't age well.
No, it did not.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, just had to check the time.
I wonder if it has something to do with how recent all of the property was that they used in that movie. I mean, when you're ripping off Robin Hood, you're ripping off something from the Middle Ages. When you're ripping off Frankenstein, you're ripping off something from the early
1800s.
Victorian,
Yeah.
1800s.
Yeah.
All the Star Trek and the Star Wars things, it was 10 years before Bessie.
Not even.
Yeah, no, I mean, at
I mean,
most.
79.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Aliens was mid-80s, right?
Yeah.
And there was a Star Trek movie somewhere in there. Possibly the same year.
Yeah.
And I don't remember when the last of the three originals, whatever Star Wars.
40 years.
Okay, so 40.
Yeah.
It
It
was
was
very
80s?
recent,
It
yeah.
was recent enough that he had to get permission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Also, one of the things that made me cock my head is everybody breathing in space. That was super cool.
Well, that was Star Wars. That was pure Star Wars. They actually do that in the prequels.
They breathe in space in the prequels?
Yeah, don't they throw themselves out of the ship at one point as a Jedi and they're like, yeah! And then they land on another ship, cut their way in, and... No?
And they weren't wearing helmets?
I remember thinking that makes no sense, but I could... It's been a while since I saw the prequels.
I mean, the prequels make this.
It's Star Wars. Most of it is
the can
space
of Perrier.
fantasy.
That was funny.
Space fantasy without much
Sorry, what?
The
consistency.
can of Perrier.
Oh, the Perrier. Yes, that was a pun word. Why are you bowing your head? This is right up your alley.
No, I'm bowing my head because they actually do have that now.
Oh, do they?
What?
Yes, in Hong Kong and China, in the really bad
Oh, shit,
pollution,
it's not funny
they do
anymore.
sell cans of canned air, canned from somewhere else in the world.
You're right, that's not funny anymore.
That's why I'm bowing my head, because it was funny until it became real.
Oh. Well done, us. God damn it, humanity. God.
Spaceballs is not supposed to be
Prescient.
prescient, thank you.
You're welcome. God. That sucks.
But it was funny at the time.
Yes, the pun was funny.
Yes,
Perrier.
Perrier was...
Yeah, I read that. I did make a note of it because by that point I had just finished work and 2 other movies. And so I was...
This
You
was
could
the
tell.
third that you watched of the 3 movies? Oh
Yeah.
my. Not the best to end with.
No, well, I wanted to end with something light because Princess Mononoke was right in the middle. And I needed something lighter than that.
You should have reversed your order completely.
Yeah, I should have reversed the order completely.
Lighter than Princess Mononoke. So anything?
Not true.
Okay, you're right. The Red Violin, Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan, 1917.
Oh, I really want to see that. Have you seen it yet?
No, I don't like war
Oh,
movies.
you don't like war movies. Oh.
Too real. Too
Yeah.
uncomfortable. They're fantastically well made. They're great, but no, thank you.
Yeah, I love them for those exact reasons. Hey!
Reality scares me.
Yes, it does. 'Cause
Especially
it's
after this month.
The joke about the fresh air, though, I liked that it was 10,000 years of fresh air. Because that's kind of an oxymoron. Kind of. And also, it would be more than that, given that the...
Well, I don't know the way he's governed.
Yeah, no. Also, idiot fathers. Tired of that trope.
Idiot fathers?
The king
Yeah,
of
the king.
Druidia.
Oh, gosh. Well, yeah, there's a lot of tired tropes, but were they tired in the 80s?
Yes! Yes, they
To be
were.
fair, most of the 80s movies were tired.
I don't know, the 80s had a few really good movies.
Yes, and then it had Lady Hawk and The Golden Child.
I like The Golden Child. I will die on that hill.
Orientalism mixed with terrible plot lines.
Yes, it was. I mean, it's not saying that's not problematic. It was incredibly problematic. Is incredibly problematic. But I still really like it. But Lady Hawk, yes. I grew up loving Lady Hawk and was very disappointed when I returned to it. There is something that needs to be remade because the premise, I die on this hill, is brilliant.
Well,
For
also,
fantasy?
it's a beautiful fantasy romance concept.
Yes.
Done properly, it could be really cool.
Yes.
But
damn it.
knowing the way things are going now, it would end up being like a dark, bloody... Oh, you'd love it. They both die in the end, impaled on the spikes.
I actually didn't mind the happy ending of Lady Hawk. Thank you.
Alright.
I just want everyone else impaled on spikes. Okay, so, final thoughts and star rating. Marjolaine, I'll start with you.
A 2-star, maybe?
That's quite
Yeah,
generous.
it's generous. I'm giving it a star specifically just for the music because I did really like the soundtrack.
Fair enough. Eric?
I'm going to give it 2.5 for nostalgia.
1.
Well, it's not 0.
It's not... Is 0 an option? It's, I mean, there
You
were...
gave 0 to things before.
Have I? Oh, I need to go
Yes.
back through the archives and find out what I gave it 0 to, because this might be pretty close.
What's it called?
Battlefield Earth!
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that book!
I somehow don't think this is anywhere near Battlefield Earth.
No, it's not. The 1 star is literally for the Comb the Desert gag before they ruined it. That's it.
Oh, in that scene, he's like on a land speeder thing standing. That was done with mirrors. No special effects, just mirrors put all the way around it
Oh, really?
to reflect the desert, and they just got farther enough away so you didn't see it. What are we watching?
We are watching Happy Death Day. Well, you are watching it because I'm not.
Oh, that looks
Actually,
good, though.
it's
Listen,
not rated R.
It's a comedy, is it not?
It's a slasher.
Yeah,
It's
but
a slasher comedy.
It's a slasher comedy.
It's a horror comedy.
Okay, so Happy Death Day
But,
we will
yeah.
be in our next live stream discussing. If you have any thoughts about Spaceballs, leave them in the comments. Keep the comments nice. I do lurk, but I will ignore you if you're being a dick. Okay? Thanks. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.